Welcome to Sinclair Tractor's Integrated Solutions training videos. In this video, I'm going to go over basic mapping setup for the Greenstar 2 or Greenstar 3 display. In order to get to that, we go to our main menu in the bottom right corner of the display, then go to the GS3 or GS2 button, and finally go to the mapping or the A button in the top right. Make sure that you're on the Maps tab at the top left-hand corner, which we're already there. And then in order to change settings, in the bottom center of the screen, we have a Map Settings button, which will take us to another window. In here, it will let us select potentially a background map that could show right on as we're going through the field. In this case, when we open that up, there's just dashed lines, which means there's nothing there. If you did have like a prescription loaded for seeding variable rate, that would be available as a background map, and you might want to choose that so you can see when it should be changing the variety for you, or the rate rather. Otherwise, we're just going to leave it at the dash. And then our foreground map, we will have different options in here. So when we open that box, we can choose not to have a foreground map. By default, coverage only is what is probably going to pop up. That is the most common, where it's going to paint light blue or dark blue. The light blue is for first coverage, dark blue is overlap, or if you went over it again. But if you wanted to have it map, let's say the rate or the variety of the corn that you're putting down, or the rate of a secondary product that you're applying, such as starter fertilizer, you can select that. While you're in this setup screen, you can go ahead and choose to have the guidance lines and the grid on the map. Usually you will want both of those selected so that you can see them on the map. It does allow you to change the grid size to a size that matches up the width of the implement if you would like. And then go ahead and hit accept to lock in those changes. So now we'll have the map on the screen. Now right now there's no guidance line set, so they're not showing, but you can see the grid pattern. In order to change the view of the map, right now we have a whole field view. If you hit this bottom center button, it looks kind of like a grid. The appearance of that button will change, and the view on the map will change. So now we have a zoomed in, straight down view. If we hit that button again, then it gives us a bird's eye or 3D view behind the machine. This is the most common one to operate with while you're in the field, would be this 3D map view. If you want to zoom in or zoom out, just simply hit the magnifier plus or minus buttons, and that will change your approximate view on the map. For some reason, on the whole field view, if you had it where the machine is offset, or maybe even not showing on the map at all, if you come down and hit this icon with the arrows pointing all at each other, hit that button, and then it will recenter the machine in the middle of the map again for you. Now, one last thing that you are able to set, if you have like the rate or the variety chosen as your foreground map, then you're going to want to have the legend so that your colors will show up appropriately. So in order to bring that up, you can toggle that view with this rainbow / blue button down at the bottom, which will go strictly from coverage only to showing that variable rate or variable variety map. If you want to change the legend itself for the breaks that you want, on the GS3 display, simply hit right on that legend and it will bring up a greater than, less than. Just go ahead and put in, let's see, you want 15 for a high, you want 5 for a low. It will automatically divide the colors for you. And then go ahead and hit accept, and it will lock it in. If it is a GS2 display, this will be slightly different. There will actually be a separate button that you'll have to hit to get to the legend itself. Otherwise, the appearance looks the same. And that is how you set up basic map settings. Thank you.